Hey there, studioviewers, OldClassicGamer here, and welcome to my brand new video. In this video I'm going to be talking about Mighty Number 9 Delay and what I think about it, what I think about the game overall, and some more details about it. So first of all, we all know Mighty Number 9 started as a Kickstarter project that was successfully funded, way more successful than needed in fact, and ever since it was funded, some very bad things started happening to it. Like first, when it was first announced, it looked so promising. A spiritual successor to Mega Man is something that was needed because for the legal reasons KG couldn't make a new Mega Man game, and he wanted so. The closest thing that we could ever get to a new Mega Man is Mighty Number 9. Looked so promising. The character really resembled Mega Man. Heck, it fucking looks like a Mega Man in a new armor suit. That's how similar it is. And the Robot Masters, they also look inspired by the Mega Man ones. Like, totally, you can see the resemblance. One looks like a Zero, I think that's number 7. One looks like a Concrete Man, so yeah, we can see all the bunch of Mega Man resemblance to it. But when it was funded, there were many issues. Like the first thing, the fatal mistake with the project was hiring a girl named Dina. I think she had some connection with her boyfriend for the company, so she got in. And ever since she got in, she started trying to ruin the fucking project, like totally destroy it. I mean, first things first, she never played Mega Man games, so she shouldn't have a right to even join such company on such project. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, it's the same if I joined the project for Call of Duty. Like, it's just not my thing, and I don't know the game very well. It just doesn't work like that. You can't just join any development project that I wish for. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna join a new NBA game, a new FIFA game project to make to make decisions and stuff. And no, it doesn't work like that. You need to have knowledge about what you're doing. So only a person that is a true Mega Man fan could have joined such task. Like, she wasn't capable of. But okay, she didn't play Mega Man games. Maybe she does have some ideas. But no, she fucking tried to put that fucking feminist bitch stuff inside, like change the gender. Like, there's one picture she drew with a back being a female, and just horrible. We don't need this shit in gaming. Like, what the fuck is your problem, people? Like, all people that are trying to like defend the feminists and trying to make it seem like a gender in video games is a big deal need to fucking get out of the fan base. They need to leave the internet and just do something else, because this clearly isn't for them. We don't need that shit in gaming. We need games to have fun and enjoy, not to complain. You get my point. So she tried to ruin the thing, and she became, even worse, a community manager. She became community manager, and she was treating people online horribly. Because of their views on certain things, she just treated like unfair, and that's not the job. She shouldn't judge them who they are, like their opinions and stuff. If they didn't violate any rules on forums, and I think that freedom of speech is not a violation. I mean, they have right to say what they feel about something and what they think about it, and trying to censor their thoughts is just wrong, and it's like, that's not what forums are about, at least what they should be about. And nothing was done to stop this. She continued harassing people, and I haven't came across the article. I don't know if it's truth or not. I'm not going to claim it's truth or not, but some people say that because of her, one person committed suicide that worked in that company. I don't know if that's true or not, but some people did talk about it, so I'm not I'm not going to be a judge. But if it's the truth, then it's just horrible, and she shouldn't. She should fucking be fired. But good news, good news. She maybe was fired. We don't know, because either she quit or she was fired. I don't know, but she made it seem like on the Twitter that she quits. But to me, that doesn't seem right. I think that she was clearly fired, but she doesn't want to admit it, and now she's trying to make the people on Twitter boycott the game. And no, I'm not going to boycott the game just in spite. I'm not going to let some fucking bitch online decide if I'm going to boycott the game or not. I'm now going to purchase the game 100%. But the quality-wise, there are some certain issues I have with this game. Like from the beta, I leaked the beta. I mean, I didn't originally leak it, but I spread the word about the leak because it was very hard to find it, and now it's much more easier to find it. I'm going to be leaving the link in the description for the leak, and from what I've seen from beta, it's not that much impressive, and I wish that many things are improved in a final version. If they're going to be improved or not, I don't know, but it has some flaws, like the game is just too much repetitive, and I don't really like the level design that much. The music, the title screen is nice, and the boss music is nice, but the stage music, especially on the third stage, is fucking horrible. I hate that stage music so much. Just the worst sound, and the graphics look like something from a PlayStation 2 era, and when you put it on the maximum resolution, it looks like a PlayStation 2 game played on an emulator with a high settings. So graphic-wise, this is very unimpressive for today's standards. It could be PlayStation 2 game if they wanted to make it for that system. So, but nobody makes PlayStation 2 games anymore. So they won't do that, of course. But yeah, I hope it's going to be improved in the final version. Now, the delay. I think the delay is the last hope for this game and the best thing that happened to it ever since the whole drama happened. Because now that Dina is either fired or quit, now the company can focus on fixing all the mistakes she did while she was in charge. Well, she wasn't in charge, but she did make some decisions and said suggestions. And now that she's gone, now the company can fix all the issues. They also are going to release the physical copy as well as the digital copy, so that's great. And I'm going to get, of course, the physical copy, the Wii U, and I'm going to get the Steam PC version and possibly a PlayStation Vita version. Those are the versions I plan on getting. And yeah, the delay is very good because they can fix all the problems the beta has. And also the voice acting, finally the good news. Japanese voice acting will be added because of this delay, and honestly, the whole voice acting issue is it was originally a fucking scam. They asked for $100,000 just to include English voice acting, and the people they like hired for the voices. I heard the voices. They are fucking generic as hell. Beck sounds okay, surprisingly, but the rest is just the most generic voices. When you see how the character looks, and when you hear the voice, it's the exact voice you could imagine, and that's so generic, and I don't like that. We need something unique, and I don't know. I just think that they could have gotten way better English voice actors. Like, look at how Sega handled the situation. Many people complained for years that Sonic cast it was just horrible, and while there were some good voice actors, most weren't. And Sega actually hired way more professional people, and they kept Mike Pollock as Eggman because he was the best from the old cast. So they kind of like balanced everything. I wish they kept all the Shadow, for example. I don't like the new Shadow voice that much, but yeah, this is not Sonic discussion, so let's don't go off topic. So my number 9, it's going to get also French voice acting because of the delay. So this delay is ultimately a very positive thing for the game, because it's getting a lots of improvement content-wise. It's also going to get a free DLC packed with a disc, like from what I've seen on the cover. The negative is that not all version will have the physical release. For example, the PS3 version is going to be digital only. So the Vita version, I don't know. They didn't confirm for Vita what is going to be. I hope it's going to be physical. 3DS, I don't also unconfirmed, but one website did include 3DS box art, so maybe it's going to be physical. I don't know, but the newer gen is going to be physical 100%. The older gen, sadly, not, like the PS3, 360. That's a shame, but oh well, those consoles are getting old. And yeah, I am going to buy the game, but I think it needs more improvement. And because when it was first announced on the Kickstarter, people were expecting way more. They donated the money, but even that the game got way more than it was originally needed, they didn't try to get $200,000 for English and Japanese voice acting. They didn't get $200,000. So they only are including English voice acting. That's what I said. But when they heard that on the video, many people disliked the video and criticized the amateur voice actors, how bad they sound and generic. So they decided to include the Japanese voice acting, the French voice acting. That's a weird decision because rarely any game gets a French dub. At least the newer games. The older ones, the European localization usually were dubbed on European languages, but the newer games usually just have subtitles, and that's a fact. So it is surprise. I can't say much if it's a good or bad because I don't speak French and I don't really care for that language that much. But I guess it's good for French people if they wanna listen to in their language. So yeah, it's ultimately positive. So the game, it will probably sell okay, I guess, but it will not make as much as money the Kickstarter campaign did. So yeah, the thing that worries me is that they're going to try to milk this to make the franchise out of this and milk it. Because that's not something I would like to see. Mighty Number 9 was as a project something to pay a tribute to Mega Man, and I don't think it should turn in its own long franchise that is just going to get sequel after sequel, sequel after sequel. No, I don't want that idea, and I'm definitely against the idea for animated series, because from that trailer, Beck doesn't even have a voice. The Beck's voice that was revealed but when the English cast was demonstrated, it was better, I have to admit, way better than the voice on the animated series trailer. He sounded like a fucking child there. Here he sounds like something similar to younger version of Sonic from those cartoons, a little bit like that something. So I guess it's better, doesn't have the squeaky childish voice. He didn't sound clumsy, and yeah, overall the animated series is going to be fucking garbage. The game is going to be probably good. It'll probably end up being good, and it'll have online co-op, so that's going to be great. But there needs to be an improvement. So just improve the game, polish it, maybe add something, some extras till September. But in the meantime, you guys can all download the beta that I shared and have fun, because unlike those selfish fuckers that donated over $80 and didn't want to share. Someone did share it actually at one point, but wasn't made available widely. But I'm just going to make it more known online, and I've shared it, so you can now check it out. See you guys later, and bye. Ciao, Tane.